Hello. Hello there. What's going on? So, I want to tell you a story. Um, so, I have spent a lot of my life as a people pleaser. I've spent years hoping that if I pleased people, they would love me. And I've been slowly but surely growing out of it. The universe, God has taught me things, taught me lessons, and it's been pretty cool. So, as part of my midlife marketing crisis, I've been working on not being a people pleaser and not tolerating certain things. Now, let me be clear. I have just an immense love for people, and I understand that different people are in different places at different times. And sometimes you just got to just love someone and let them be where they are, and accept that, they're not as far down the road, whatever the case may be. But the other day, and if you're not on my email list, check out dianehockman.com. And if it's not up, guys, it's being reworked. The final designs are coming in. So if you want to be on my email list and you can't get at it, message me or just send me an email at, in fact, my email may not be working. DianeHockman@gmail would be fine. I'll put you on the list in case you're not getting a letter, because there's some great letters coming out. So the other day I wrote a letter, and it was called Midlife Marketing Crisis. And it was right before I shot the first one of these videos. And then I decided to go back to video and start working on video. And it was a pretty deep letter, and it was pretty revealing letter, and kind of personal. And I write to my list like I would write to a friend. It's not always about what I can get from people. It's not always about what I can sell people. A lot of times it's just, what can I give you? What can I share with you? So I kind of revealed some stuff, and it was a hard letter for me to write. And there was a guy who's been on my list for a long time. And he wrote me back and pitched me because he felt that now was a great time to get back into MLM. And I've let him do this over and over and over throughout the years. And I've made excuses in my mind as to why this was okay. So this time around, I just went, okay, enough is enough. And I scroll down. This is what's great. I use Aweber. And if you use Aweber, when somebody writes you back a hate letter, or this wasn't a hate letter, it was just a stupid letter. And I hope he sees this, because I also unfriended him on Facebook, but I hope he finds out that I said this, because it's like insanity. How many times are you going to pitch me with no relationship with me, it's nuts. So I scroll all the way down. So his reply is here, and then my letter's here. And if you scroll all the way down, you can find the Aweber unsubscribe link that's on the letter that I originally sent out. And I just hit unsubscribe, and poof, he's gone. So these are the repercussions. Guys, I'm almost 51. And I keep talking about it because I'm kind of excited. We're going to see Hamilton Thursday night. Do you guys know about the Broadway show Hamilton's biggest thing ever? It happened on Broadway in years. And couldn't get tickets. My older daughter got tickets a while ago, and she went to see it. And she was like, oh, my God, my life changed. The angels sang. And then I was recently invited to go, and it just happens to fall right before my birthday. So I'm really excited. Going to see Hamilton. Birthday coming up. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I don't need this guy, and I don't need the abuse, and I don't need people around me that just want something from me, which goes back around to the people pleasers. Being around people that just want something from me and being the person that always says yes is not a good thing. And in this industry, it runs rampant because people feel like they have to do that to recruit someone or sign someone or sell something. And that's not what people respond to. People respond to value and information and integrity, etc. So I just dumped the dude. And I know that sounds goofy because I've been doing this for so many years, but to me, it was extremely liberating. It's like, Diane Hockman, don't you just like dump people all the time? Don't you do this? No, actually, I tend to respond to every email. Even when somebody yesterday, the day before, it was a woman, she was just like belly aching and whining. And for some reason, I feel this obligation to respond to her, to lift her up, to help her. And I'll continue to do that. I can't help it when you can tell someone needs some help. But people who are abusive, see, if he had hit reply and did a bounce back on any old letter where I was pitching something or anything like that, okay. But this was like probably the most personal letter I've ever written in my life. And the dude like hits me back trying to pitch me for his new deal and name dropping and all this other stuff. Sorry, you're out of here. You are out of here. And there's going to be a lot of you're out of here's. And I'm not doing the Facebook, I'm getting rid of everybody. You have to interact with me below. No, it's, I'd rather have a handful of people that are reading the letters, that are digging the stuff, than a whole bunch of people that are just there because they want something. That's why I don't do the giveaways so much. I don't really want you on my list because you want me to give you free stuff. I want you on my list because you think I might be able to help you. You think I can make a difference for you. You think that I have some experience I may be able to give to you. And quite frankly, I don't want anything from you for giving that to you. Okay. If I have something that's valuable to you, that you want to purchase something, or you want to hire me, or you want me to write your copy or something like that, awesome. I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love to service you. I'd love to have you as a customer or client. It would thrill me. But this whole, I got to get something from you, you got to get something from me. I don't need nothing. Okay. I don't need nothing. All I need is to love myself. All I need is to go out there and make a difference. All I need to do is lay down my legacy. I don't need nothing. I don't need anything fancy. I don't need a Lambo. I don't need a private jet. I don't need to take a picture of every single thing I buy and every single thing I do, although I'm doing it more. I did buy a thing the other day that's sitting down there that I haven't opened yet. And I'll probably show that off on Instagram. It's kind of cool. But geez Louise, don't be coming around. Now, I want to hear from any of you guys. If you watch this, tell me who's been, not by name, but are there people out there that are abusing you, that are mistreating you? I'm not talking about, guys, I'm not talking about like abuse. I'm talking about in your marketplace around, are there team members that are abusing you? Or are there people that come to you for advice and then go buy from someone else and they don't buy from you? Who's abusing you and what can you do? See, because we can't change them. That's the thing. We think, I want to go out and change them. You can't change them. You have to change yourself. And that's why I'm making this video today, because it's kind of triumphant. It's just triumphant to me to say, I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. Now, the guy could turn around and come back. I'd love to help him. I love to help anybody, but I don't need you anymore. So that's it. Hey, by the way, do you like my necklace? I got this and this. See, I just said I'm not going to show you everything I buy, but I just, this is from Brighton, and the ring too. And I just love them. I just love it. I'm just sitting here enjoying it. If you guys have never tried, ladies, if you've never tried Brighton jewelry, it's, fashion jewelry, but it holds up really, really, really well. I've had some of these pieces for years. Really like it. So anyway, that's it. Go out and just start noticing. Are you trying to please people too much? And then just start tracing it back. I know it traced back to when I was a little kid in second grade and third grade. I wanted kids to like me. And I've carried it through all these years. So that's it. See you guys later. I'll probably be on every day. And I know nobody knows I'm over here, and I kind of like it that way. Although Teresa's here, or was here. I don't know if she's still here. But I'm hiding over on YouTube. YouTube's good. It's not as noisy. There's not as many people. There's not as much stuff. I can teach over here. I can share. This series is just about sharing my crap. Sharing my crap. You'd think, well, who wants to hear about your crap? Well, I like to hear about people's crap when they're overcoming it or have overcome it. And I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube lately, and I've been learning a lot. And it's been pretty powerful. And I hope that I find a crew. I don't care if there's 10 or 20 of you that find me over here. I hope that I find a crew that loves to hang out over here. Let me see what Teresa's saying. Right. So Teresa's saying she was having a nice conversation and somebody asked her about her company. And then the lady had something negative to say about her company. And it's, guys, again, this is somebody who wants something from you. Okay. I don't I don't want to hang around people that want to get something off of me. Now, if somebody wants to learn from me, it's my honor to teach them. If somebody wants to purchase product from me, it's my honor to have them as a customer. But this whole weird thing about running around and posturing and he said, she said, and your company, my company is better than your company, and I'll look at yours if you look at mine, and yada, 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 or just the idea that this dude read this letter. I don't know how anybody on earth could read this letter and go, hey, I think this is trying to pitch her on my MLM. It's just, I don't get it. You see somebody, they're sitting there and they're making changes and they're doing things. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And the reason why is because the dude was caught up in himself. Okay. And ego goes both ways, by the way. So I'm not throwing stones, because ego is when you say I'm not enough and you try to please all the people. This is my own ego. I try to please people so that they'll like me, right? So that they'll like me so that I can feel better about myself instead of just feeling better about myself. But you're supposed to feel great about yourself, Diane. No, guys, everybody goes through this stuff. Everybody goes through this stuff. Everybody. Hi, Amparo. Everybody. You don't make it to the top or become a 7-figure earner and everything gets perfect. You don't, everybody. And I've just had this kind of spiritual calling for years in this space. I'm not religious. Okay. I'm not religious, but I'm definitely someone that hears my calling. I'm definitely someone that follows the guidance I receive from above to go different places and do different things and so on. And my ministry sits in this space. But I can't serve unless I serve myself. I can't serve unless I, learn to love myself. And everything that anybody's ever watched over the years, and again, YouTube has it documented from 2007, it's 11 years on here, is me growing, me stretching, it's almost like I'm a little chicken, a little chick, and there's shell after shell after shell that's put on me, and I have to figure out how to get out of it. And this time around, I'm going to let people see, because it's the age of, reality video and all this other stuff, and let people see me cracking out of this shell onto the next shell. Because as well as I've done, there's things that have petrified me to do. As well as I've done, there's things that freak me out. And then what happens is I go forward and I retreat, and I go forward and I retreat, and I go forward and I retreat. And now is time to crack another shell. And a big part of it is just getting on video every day. And like I said, I don't care who watches them. I don't care if nobody watches them. If you like it, subscribe and watch, and you'll see when I'm around. If you don't like it, don't. I don't care. Probably going to talk about marketing. Probably going to talk about, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. You know what I've been doing? I think Amparo's here. I've been reading some of these old Joe Schroeder booklets. My mentor. And it's interesting because I have like dozens and dozens. I have every version of every one he ever wrote. He sent them all to me. And some of them are like really profound, and some of them are kind of all over the map. I'm not going to kid. And it reminds me, look at the headline. I'm not even reading. Slow death, suffocating in quicksand. The only reason people are so concerned about job benefits is because they're too lazy, and he puts in parentheses, not too strong a word, to make enough money to buy their own. Then you have the masses that seek job security. If you've read the papers lately, tell me with a straight face, anyone with a job who has a job is safe anymore, right? But I love that line, slow death, suffocating in quicksand. That's what I was doing. Slow death, suffocating in quicksand. I was in the quicksand of the home business industry. I learned to do certain things that made me money, but didn't make me happy. I was suffocating in the quicksand. What kind of quicksand have you found yourself in? What kind of quicksand is around you? Where are the quicksand traps? And I guess what's cool about just talking like this is that you can just look at it and examine it and stand right there and look at it. Where's the quicksand? It's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm rambling. I like to ramble. If anybody happens to see this on the actual date, this is March 26, 2018. I am doing an old classic training tonight. Check my wall, I'll post it up. The 4 C's. It's been a long time since I've taught that. So I'll be out doing that over at the Smarter, Faster Think Tank. It'll be an awful lot of fun. And today is a big day for a whole nother reason. Won't talk about it now. But anyway, have a or reach out to me at dianehockman@gmail.com and let me know you want to be on the list. I'll put you on. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.